Hey guys, and welcome to another great video. John here, and so what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you guys how to get games or get maps for Minecraft offline off of several different websites and upload them to your Xbox 360, and then so forth. You can actually push them forward onto the Xbox One. Now, there's no current way of loading a game onto the Xbox One. I'm going to leave this in creative just to show you guys. There's no current way to load games directly onto the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, for that matter. I don't believe so, at least. Everything has to be gone through the PS3 or the Xbox 360, and then you can transfer those worlds over to the newer gaming consoles. So this is, if you guys are familiar with Stampy's Lovely World, this is his doghouse, and you can see here that some of these names are a bit on the older side. Some of them are still fairly new because they haven't gone anywhere yet, but a lot of his dogs have already died. So I'm not going to push that. So this is Squid's house, isn't it? Yeah, that's Squid's room right there. So basically, this is not any of the newest versions. We downloaded this quite a while back. It's nowhere remotely close to being as big as his entire world, and you'll notice that they didn't use the same seed. Whoever replicated this isn't an entire replication. I mean, down to some of the very, very minute details of Stampy's Lovely World, except for they didn't use the same seed, and you can see that over here in his Funland. Let me see if I can fly over here in his Funland. It is quite big. I mean, there is a ton of stuff here. We obviously didn't recreate all this. The map maker did. But this was done on a hillside in Stampy's actual Lovely World. So you can clearly see that this is a replication here and didn't end off onto a straight piece of dirt like this. It's clearly just replicated. But that's not the point I'm getting at. What I'm trying to show you guys is that you can grab worlds like this and you could upload them to your Xbox and you could play on them and you could have fun on stuff like this map in particular. And I'll put a link in the description below where to download this map for sure, because a lot of the younger viewers really love playing on this world and hanging out around like Stampy's house and the movie theater and the mob spawner and the Love Garden over here. And you'll notice here the Love Garden is also very, very empty. It does say Stampy's Love Garden, but there are no names on any of the signs here as well. And it hasn't expanded. I know he's expanded it a little bit to about these, I think, 3 more blocks further over here because it got so full. Anyhow, oh, and then his first house is also not here, where he dug in his first night, and which is now William Beaver's house in this hillside right here. Just the sign is right there. Anyhow, so okay, I'm gonna go back to, but his cake is there, and yeah, all the random stuff is in this world. But this review is not intended for Stampy's Lovely World. That was not my intention. I was just kind of showing you guys what you guys can get. So I'm going to exit this without saving, and I'm going to show you guys how to upload those worlds. Okay, you're on your home screen right here is where you usually start off. You're going to go up one, so home is highlight, and you're going to scoot all the way over to settings, and you go down to system, and you're going to go down to storage. And what you're going to do is you're going to go to your hard drive and you're going to go to profiles. Now this part is a little bit sketchy because some people don't like pulling their profile off of their Xbox. But what's cool about this is you can take your profile literally wherever you want to, and you can run it on a friend's Xbox if you're not aware. I know a lot of people do that anyhow, but just in case you're not aware that you can do that, you can grab your profile. And see, these are all our different profile names that we have on here. A whole lot of them. But you can grab your profile, and I can select it, and I can move it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over to my a USB drive. So it's going to say here, before moving your profile must be signed out, blah, blah, blah. So just say yes to this. So it's going to sign you out, which is fine. And then you're going to select where you're going to move it to. If you have other devices, they'll be listed in this list here. Make sure you have it listed on the appropriate USB device. Now, the USB device that you use, the Xbox is going to automatically reformat it for the Xbox to be able to read it. So whatever USB drive you use, make sure you have that proprietary, or that means specially set aside for Xbox use only, or PS3 or whatever it is you're using it for. But this drive, you really can't use it for anything else. I mean, I suppose you can put stuff on it, but what's going to happen is when you put it in a computer and you want to drag files off of it or onto it, it's going to want to reformat it. And you don't want to do that. You want to keep it in the Xbox formatting. So what I'm doing now is I'm moving my profile over to the Xbox. Okay, so now it's got all the profiles here, and they're not listed. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check to make sure that it moved over. So right here, so I can go into my cloud, I can go to my USB drive, or I can go back to my hard drive. I go to my USB drive where I moved my profile, and there is my profile right there. So that's how you're going to move it over. Next, I'm going to show you guys how to grab files and put them onto this drive and attach them to your profile in order for you to be able to play them onto the Xbox. All right, guys. So now that we have our stuff saved on our USB chip, what we're going to do is we're going to want to install the USB chip onto your Windows computer. Now, the Horizon software, I have it right down here, the link right here. It does not work on Mac currently, so you have to use a PC or a friend's PC or whatever it may be. That's the only place you're going to be able to use it, unfortunately. So there are other software packages that you can use with Mac. I'm just unfamiliar with them, and I have heard of people speaking about them. I haven't been able to find those pieces of software. So the first thing you're going to want to do, you want to go to open up your web browser, any web browser you normally use. I use Chrome, and you're going to want to go to wemod.com. It used to be called Horizon, directly Horizon MB. But WeMod, I guess, bought them out, or they renamed themselves. I'm not quite sure. Regardless, the new website is a lot easier to use, and it's a lot more user-friendly in the sense that you can either create an account directly on there, sign up, and then the two pieces of software they offer, the Infinity, which is in beta right now, that's for PC mods, which is nice to have as well. If you're going to do gaming on PC, you can do your mods directly through Infinity, or Horizon, which is specifically for Xbox 360. Now, it's really simple. You just basically click download, and it downloads the mod into your downloads, the software into your downloads folder, and then you install it like normal. Double click it and run it through. Here I can kind of go through the process. So once it's downloaded, you can go through the effort of installing it. So it's Horizon Setup Program. Daring Development Incorporated is the company that makes it, and you're going to say yes. And it's going to go through the effort of installing the software. Now, I already have the software installed on my computer, so I'm not going to go any further, but you would press next and so on down the line until it's completed. I don't want to damage the setup that I already have installed. I don't want to overwrite it. So I'm going to close this. Are you sure you want to quit installation? Yes. You are going to continue installing it. You are not going to cancel the installation on this, okay? So once that's installed, you're going to see this little icon on your desktop. I also pin it into my toolbar down below, which I don't believe you guys can see this right now, but you're going to run the software. So double click that to turn the software on. Don't forget to have your USB drive that you saved your profile into already plugged into the computer. You can do it afterwards, but it's easier to do it beforehand just in case it needs a driver or whatnot to install before the other software runs. Not a big deal either way, but just make sure you have that in the computer, plugged into the computer already. So mine's already plugged into the computer. It's already got, if you can notice right here, you can see where it says flash drive. That's the flash drive I have installed. I have two flash drives connected to the computer, but only one of them has game information. And you can click on this little part of here that says gamer profile, and you're going to see your gamer profile directly in there. If you double click it, it's going to pop up your gamer profile information. And the software is really cool. You can actually do a lot of stuff with it. You can create themes, you can create your new windows, new gamer icons, new gamer pictures, all that other stuff with this software. if you go to Diamond. See how you have to upgrade over here? But I'm not going to get into that. I'm just going to strictly show you guys how to install games, modded games directly into your Xbox game saves. Okay, so let's go back to open this up over here. So this is your like main little window over here. And what we're going to want to do, I have these Xbox mods right here. And the two that we already have. So I've already put the Dungeon Craft already on there. So I'm going to say Dreamcraft is a new one that I just downloaded. And this Tave, whatever it is, I just downloaded that. Apparently I downloaded it about a year ago as well, but that's besides the point. So these two right here, I'm going to want to take those and I can drag them directly into the software. And it's going to open them up. So this is one of the modded packs right here. Okay. So we're going to grab, so it's right here on Dreamcraft. We're going to change the profile, manage. This is our profile. We'll favorite that. We'll close that up. We're going to say change profile, and you're going to say T-Blitz on there. So that's going to be your profile for that map. Now what you're going to want to do is create, instead of just open, you're going to create save, rehash, and resign. And what it's going to do is it's going to overwrite the Dreamcraft modded survival pack to create your user ID as the game, as who was originally saved under. So now it's giving it basically your information. So now you're saying now it's saved and it's good to go, and it should be already on the USB chip over here. If we go to games and we go to Minecraft over here, it's going to think for a second. Again, my computer is really slow. Should be. Did I miss it? Oh, there it is, Dreamcraft right there. Okay, sometimes it doesn't show up there, and you'll have to say save to device. Sometimes it just saves it to the device automatically. The software is awesome, but sometimes it's a little bit tricky. Not in the sense that it's bad, it's just sometimes it goofs a little. So that's the only thing I suggest is sometimes you got to say save to device, and it goes ahead and goes in there. Anyway, so there's Dreamcraft right there, Dungeon Craft as well. So that's basically it. You're essentially done. You're going to close the software. You're going to pull your chip out, and that's it. That's all you're going to need to do. Now we need to go and put it back into the Xbox. All right, guys. Now I'm going to show you guys how to put those files back onto your Xbox, including your profile. So you're going to kind of do the opposite of what we did to begin with. You're going to go down to Settings and go to your System, and you're going to go to Storage, and you're going to go down to your USB drive where we just saved everything. And you're going to click on the first thing you're going to do is you're going to transfer your profile, because it's really important that your machine has your profile on it that you're using, especially when it comes to the Xbox 360. Otherwise, the games themselves won't work. And any saved game that's attached to your profile will no longer work if your profile is not set on the machine. So you're going to move this profile again, and you're going to say yes, of course. And what you're going to do is you're going to put it from the memory drive or the USB drive that we have it on now. We're going to put it back on the hard drive. So now it's transferring over to the hard drive, and it says no items found because we transferred it. So there's no more profile left in the USB drive. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my hard drive just to verify that it's there. So I'm in the profiles again. I'm going to scroll all the way down to all of our crazy profiles, and it's right there. And it's the last one on the list because it was the last one added back in again. So now what you're going to want to do is you're going to take those game saves that we just uploaded to the chip, those bin files, those .bin files, and you're going to go to, in the same, not on the hard drive, but on the USB drive, you're going to go to Games and Apps. So you're going to click on Games and Apps, and you're going to click on whatever game you happen to have game saves for. In this case, we're doing Minecraft. So I'm going to click on Minecraft, and then I'm going to take whatever games the games that we just saved. So say we saved this here Dungeon Craft mod pack, which we're going to be playing and creating a full series with in just a second as well. It'll be listed on the next video, however. So let's go ahead and click on GameCraft, and we're going to copy this over. Don't move it because you want to keep it on the USB chip in case the file gets corrupt. on your hard drive. Sometimes that does happen, and you want to have a good clean copy of it, like I do with my my Epic World. I keep a copy of that just in case something were to happen. It's saved on a USB drive, and that way it's safe and secure, set aside in case the hard drive crashes on the Xbox, which is very, very rare that it'll happen, but there's always a possibility. So I'm going to say move. I'm sorry, I'm going to say copy. So I'm going to copy this over to my hard drive from my USB drive. So I can copy it again back to the memory drive, and it'll just overwrite the existing one. Or I can copy it up to the cloud. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy it back to the hard drive. And it's going to copy the game directly onto the hard drive. Okay, so from here, so once this is done, you can back all the way out. And we could go back to home. And then we're going to... I have my game set to recent, but you can have it... If you have to go to your games section, you can do that. And then we're going to launch Minecraft. Again, we're on Xbox 360. We're going to need to transfer this game to Xbox One in order to play it there. However, you got to make sure on the maps you download that they're compatible with Xbox One. Because sometimes the game saves, when you transfer them to Xbox One, it kind of... it damages some of the way the game was created to begin with, because some of these games were originally intended for the Xbox 360 and not for the Xbox One. Coding is slightly different, so sometimes you get a little quirkiness in the gameplay, and some of the special modifications that are on the map just don't work. So that's something you got to look out for. If you don't have an Xbox 360, again, you can always use a friend's to do this transfer and then transfer it over to your Xbox One. So I'm going to go to my hard drive where we save the game. Okay, so Dungeon Craft Mod Pack. So I'm going to set it to survival and set it to easy. That's another thing to look out for too, is a lot of the modded packs, if they're set to peaceful, sometimes the special mobs that are set up in the game will fail and you'll never get to see them. I don't know why this is. It's just a quirk in the game, but I have it set to at least easy. I mean, you can go as far as hard, which is not a problem. I'm going to set it to easy because I've never played this before, but I'm not going to set any permissions as well because I want to keep I do not want host privileges on. I want host privileges off and keep inventory off because I don't want to mess up the game. Okay, so let's go ahead and once it loads up, we'll get to see this map. And I'll kind of do a little quick review of the map as well. And like I said, we're going to turn this into a series, so I'm not going to go too far into it. And you can already see there is some crazy stuff in this map that we wouldn't normally have in a regular world, like the what do you call it? The air blocks that are actual like blocking blocks. We can't break these. See, you can't break these blocks. And another thing I noticed already off the top is there is an ender crystal up there, which is really cool. And this is cool too. Check this out. We have Take Him. Dakin was here. Okay, Dakin, thank you. His name is Skelly because he's a skeleton horse. How cool is that? I don't have any texture packs on, by the way. It's just the standard texture pack. And he's a skeleton horse. So this is going to be our horse, apparently, when we start playing the game. So let me let's go over here and just give a quick shout. You can already see some of the towers and whatnot, the structures that are from other mod packs that are from PC that it look like have been imported into this game. That's really cool. So it says, enjoy Dakin Black Rose at YouTube, Dungeon Craft mod pack, new bosses, over 30 mods, 50 dungeons, and lots more. And it says take the chest. So, alright. Let me go ahead and, again, I'm going to exit the game. And I'm going to exit without saving. Okay. So, what you can do here at this point is I can go play game. And I can go to save options. And what I can do is for the Xbox One users out there, you can upload the save directly for the Xbox. So what it's going to do is it's going to take the file, it's going to transfer it to your cloud. And then from the Xbox One, you're just going to download the game directly from your Xbox One. That's basically it, guys. And if you guys like this video, let me know by smashing the like button down below as hard as you can with your watermelon. And if you guys are at all new to our channel, please click the subscribe button as well. Dude, it's greatly appreciated. And it lets you guys know when we upload our daily video, or videos for that matter. Until next time, guys, see ya!